And the general consensus out there is carrying at the appendix position is a superior position when it comes to weapon retention and access. We strongly disagree. We do this every day, and we've been doing it every day for almost 13 years at a very high level. If we just use logic, Chris, can I borrow you for a second? If we just use logic, your students are going to want to know and understand this. If he's carrying at the appendix position, how hard is it for him to create the angle to retain his weapon, no matter what position that he's in? Standing, is his weapon always on the center line? Versus, where's mine? Is it easier for me to create an angle, or is it easier for him to create an angle? Which one? Makes sense? Now, the argument is, they'll say it's easier to retain and to access at the appendix position. It's true, it's easier to access. But what's our biggest priority, access or retention? And I'll also tell you, with the right amount of training and the right kind of training, most of the time, if you're retaining well, you're also putting yourself in a good position to access. What did I just say? Write it down. If you're in a good position to retain, you're oftentimes in a good position to access. And there's methods around doing that. By the way, I carry appendix about 10% of the time, so I'm not against carrying at the appendix position. Come in here. IDS Apex Senior Instructor, Level 7 graduate. All right? There's probably nobody on earth who knows more about in-holster weapon retention from the appendix position than this guy. Harder or easier to retain at the appendix position?
Harder, hands down. Easier to access goes both ways.
Easier to access. If it's easier for him to get it out, it's easier for me to get it out. We can't have it both ways.